What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. Today, I'm gonna make your lives a lot easier. Here it is, folks, the keys to simplification. Today we are putting on a wheel stud conversion kit on my E90 BMW M3. This is gonna make your life a lot easier if you are someone like me who is constantly swapping wheels. I have 3 sets of wheels, so I'm continually just swapping them in and out. And if you know anything about taking off the wheels on the BMWs, it's kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you, because you have to line up those holes and put in those lug nuts, and this is just gonna make your life a lot easier. Also, I kind of think these look a little bit cooler, so we're gonna go ahead and throw these on the car. These are from Keys Motorsports, and everything that you guys see in this video today is going to be linked down in the description. This is a very, very simple install. So here's everything that we need for the job. We have the torque wrench, I have a breaker bar, and then here are the studs as well as the new lug nuts. I did opt for the all black. I just think they look the cleanest. I really can't wait to get these on. They just make your life 10 times easier when you're taking your wheels on and off. So then we also have a little bit of Loctite here, thread locker. We're gonna be applying that to the actual stud before we put it on. You'll also need a 5mm Allen socket right here, and this is what actually tightens on these studs. I finally picked up a jack low enough to go underneath my car. This thing has been fantastic. It wasn't too expensive, got it on Amazon, also linked in the description. But if you guys are looking for a jack for your home garage that is low enough to get under your car for people like us that don't have lifts, this is a great one. Be gone. All right, so here we are, and obviously this is where the studs are gonna go in. We're going to apply a little bit of Loctite to the inside right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and torque these on at 24 foot-pounds of torque with a torque wrench. And it's also important to note that if you guys are running spacers, this is probably something that you would want to put on your car as well. I prefer to avoid running spacers as much as possible. I just don't like having anything in between the rotor and the wheel. So I do not run spacers for all my wheels. They are set to an offset and size that just fits really flush and well with the car. I try to keep it consistent with all my cars like that. There's nothing wrong with spacers. You guys run them if you want, especially if they're hub centric. There's nothing wrong with them, but for me personally, I just try to avoid them as much as possible. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and apply a little bit of Loctite here, and then we're gonna throw these into the actual rotor, and we should be good. All right, so there they are on the car. I'm actually really excited to see the wheel on the car with the lugs and the studs. I think it's gonna look really good. So let's go ahead and torque these down. Like I said before, 24 foot-pounds of torque for these. I don't have an extra set of hands here, so I just used this breaker bar to brace that while I did it. So if you try to do it with that one, it'll just spin on you. All right, cool. We should be good on this one. Let's go ahead and throw the wheel back on and then torque the lug nuts down to 90 foot-pounds of torque. I believe the technical spec is somewhere like 86 or 88. I've just been doing 90. Oh, the ease. The ease, I'm telling you. So much easier, I love that. Oh, they look like they're the perfect length too. So I think we went with the perfect length on 75. Yes, sir. Look at how flush those are. So you guys can obviously get longer ones or shorter ones, whatever you want to do. I wanted to try and keep them relatively flush. I wasn't looking for like a super aggressive stud conversion, but you guys can obviously have the studs running out. Especially if you guys are thinking about doing spacers, you're obviously gonna want a longer setup. But for me, did a little bit of research, I figured, you know what? 75 is probably gonna be perfect. And I think we nailed it. Those look good. Those look really good. I'm loving the way that looks. $75mm seems to be perfect. Super flush. It's not sticking out, really aggressive. That looks to be just right for me. So like I said before, you guys can get different sizes if you want them longer. I saw a lot of people running 85mm. It just came off as way too aggressive for this car. And I think that 75 looks as close to factory with a stud conversion kit. And obviously the all black was just the way to go with this setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of them real quick. Then I'll show you the finished product. All right, we got them all on. Dude, they look really good. I'm excited to drive with them. I'll do a video here in the future and let you guys know how they hold up, but I'm pretty confident in these. I know that Brian is running them on his F80, as well as a few other people in the forums, so I'm sure that these are gonna stack up just fine for what we need them. The ease alone of just being able to take the wheel on and off super quick just makes my life 10 times easier. Very easy install, few tools needed. Like I said, everything that you guys need to do this is linked down below, but I'm happy with them. And I'll let you guys know how they stack up in the future. All right, so there you guys go. Easy one today, nothing too difficult. But down the road, I think it's really gonna make your life that much easier, especially for me, because I'm always changing out wheels. And when I do start eventually tracking this car, this is gonna make everything much more convenient. So huge shout out to Keys Motorsports for sending out the stud conversion kit. Like I said, I went with 75mm, but you guys can go with whatever you want, maybe a little bit longer, shorter, depending on your setup. If you have some spacers, I would probably do 85 or higher. But yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please make sure you subscribe, comment down below, like this video, and hit that bell notification. And just like that, this video's over, and we're out. Peace.